بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
وإذا ولد ولدين في بطن واحد فنفى الأول واعترف بالثاني يثبت نسبهما لأنهما توأمان خلقا من ماء واحد. Right. She gives birth to two children in one stomach, in other words, twins, right? Then he negates the first child and he acknowledges the second child. Then both lineage will be established from him because they both are twins. They've been created from one water. وحد الزوج and uh, and the husband will be lashed لأنه أكذب نفسه بدعوى الثاني because he has now rejected himself by the claiming of the second. So when he said uh, the first one is not mine, so when the second one was born, he said this one is mine. So which means he was speaking lies by negating the first one. So therefore he must get hadith kazaf, right? وإن اعترف بالأول ونفى الثاني يثبت نسبهما لما ذكرنا. And if he acknowledges the first child, right? So he said the first one is mine, right? And he negates the second child, then their nasab will be established because of what we've mentioned, that they are both they are twins, right? ولعنه, right? And now we'll have to take li'an لأنه قاذف بنفس الثاني, right? Because now he's accusing her by negating the second one. ولم يرجع عنه, and he did not retract after that accusation. You understand it? So when he negates the second, he's actually saying she committed zina, and he didn't retract. Now he didn't say after that, no, it is my children now. You understand it? And he didn't retract. والإقرار بالعفة السابق بالعفة سابق على القذف, and the confession with the fact that she's chaste is before, it comes before the accusation. So first he said she's chaste, then he said she committed zina. فصار كما إذا قال أنها عفيفة ثم قال هي زانية. So it will become as though he said that she is chaste, then he said she committed zina. وفي ذلك التلاعن كذا هذا, and in that day there is li'an, so likewise here, right? باب الإنيني وغيره, the chapter of the important person and besides him. وإذا كان الزوج إنينا أجله الحاكم سنة, and when the husband is impotent, the hakim will postpone for him 1 year. فإن وصل إليها فبها, then if he makes jima with her in that 1 year, then well and good. وإلا فرق بينهما, if not, then the hakim will separate between them two. إذا طلبت المرأة ذلك, when the wife demands that she wants separation, if she happy to stay there, then she can, but it's her right. So if she demands separation, then she will get that separation. هكذا روي عن عمر وعلي وابن مسعود, and like this has been read from Hazrat Umar and Hazrat Ali and Ibn Mas'ud. وَلِأَنَّ الْحَقَّ ثَابِتٌ لَهَا فِي الْوَتِي, and because the right is established for her in regards to wati, right? Right. So she's got a right to claim to have wati, right? ويحتمل أن يكون الامتناع لإلة معترضة, and it is possible that the holding back from wati is because of a temporary reason. ويحتمل لآفة أصلية, and it is possible because of an original calamity. In other words, it's not temporary. There's some real fault in him. You understand it? Right. فلا بد من مدة معرفة لذلك. So it is necessary for a period which will announce that, will make that clear. You need now a period to know whether it's a afate asliya or illate mu'tarida. You understand it? Is it something temporary wrong with him, or is it a permanent ailment in him? Right. وقدرناها بالسنة لاجتمالها على الفصول الأربعة, and we have calculated it with a year due to the year consisting of the 4 seasons. فإذا مضت المدة ولم يصل إليها تبين أن العجز بآفة أصلية, and when the period passed and he didn't make wati with her, it becomes clear that the inability is because of a permanent calamity. ففات الإمساك بالمعروف ووجب عليه التسريح بالإحسان, So now holding back, keeping her in his nikah with kindness has been lost. He's not making wati with her, so he's not keeping her with kindness, right? So now it becomes wajib upon him to release her with kindness. فَإِذَا امْتَنَعَ, so when he holds back, he don't want to leave his wife now. نَابَ الْقَاضِي مَنَابَهُ فَفَرَّقَ بَيْنَهُمَا. The qazi will deputize in his place and he will separate between them two. وَلَا بُدَّ مِنْ طَلَبِهَا لِأَنَّ التَّفْرِيقَ حَقُّهَا. And it's necessary that she seeks that separation because separation is her right. وَتِلْكَ الْفُرْقَةُ تَطْلِيقَةٌ بَائِنَةٌ. And that separation amounts to a bain talaq. لأن فعل القاضي أضيف إلى فعل الزوج فكأنه طلقها بنفسه, because the action of the qazi is attributed to the action of the husband, so it's as though the husband divorced himself, so therefore it amounts to a talaq bain. It's as though the husband himself is divorcing her, therefore it amounts to talaq bain. وقال الشافعي رحمة الله هو فسخ. Imam Shafi rahmah say no, it's not a talaq bain, it is a cancellation of a fasq of the nikah. لأن النكاح لا يقبل لكن النكاح لا يقبل الفسخ عندنا. However, the nikah, we say, doesn't accept a cancellation according to us. You understand it? We say after the transaction is complete, it can't be cancelled. It can't be. It doesn't accept a cancellation according to us, right? As of before the cancellation, the transaction is complete. Like for example, you got khiyarul bulugh or khiyarul itq, then you can cancel the nikah, right? But after that, it doesn't accept a cancellation. وَإِنَّمَا تَقَعُ بَائِنَةً. However, the talaq will be a bain. لأن المقصود هو دفع الظلم عنها لا يحصل إلا بها, because the objective, which is to repel oppression from her, cannot be achieved except with a talaq bain. You understand? It's only a talaq bain that will repel this oppression. If you're going to call it a talaq raji, then he's just going to take her back and the oppression will return. لأن لو لم تكن باينة تعود معلقة بالمراجعة. Because if it was not a bain talaq, she will return suspended with rajat. She'll come back he'll take her back now, and then she'll be sitting in his nikah and he can't fulfill her rights. وَلَهَا كَمَالُ مَهْرِهَا إِنْ كَانَ خَلَا بِهَا. And for her is her complete meher if he went into seclusion with her. Then he got complete meher. فَإِنَّ خَلْوَةَ الْعِنِّينَ صَحِيحَةٌ. Because the seclusion of an impotent man is correct. So that is khalwat sahiha. And what khalwat sahiha, meher becomes wajib. Even with the khalwat fasida too. Right? Nevertheless, in this case, it's khalwat sahiha. وَيَجِبُ الْعِدَّةُ لِمَا بَيَّنَّا مِنْ قَبْلُ. And iddat will be wajib because of what we explained before. You understand it? You understand it? That we explained before, that according to the third person, the outsider, the impotent husband and the wife was in seclusion. So according to the the outsider, why does she observe iddat now? Because for the outsider, there was a seclusion, there possibility of wati. You understand it? Therefore, iddat has to be observed here, even though he was impotent. Right? هذا إذا أقر الزوج أنه لم يصل إليها. All this here, all this explanation is when the husband confesses that he did not make wati with her. ولو اختلف الزوج والمرأة في الوصول إليها. And if the husband and the wife differs regarding wati with her, in other words, he's saying I made wati, and she said no, you didn't make wati. فإن كان ثيبا فالقول قوله مع يمينه. So if she's a non-virgin now, then the qawl will be his qawl, what is out. لأنه ينكر استحقاق حق الفرقة, because he is rejecting her having the right of her deserving the right of separation. والأصل هو السلامة في الجبلة. And the actual thing is that he will have the healthiness in the organs. The actual thing is the healthiness in the organs. So the asl is testifying on behalf of the husband that if a man gets married, the asl is that he's potent. You understand it? So, and then she is denying, and she is now, and then she's claiming the right of separation, and he's denying it. So you don't have a right to claim separation because there's nothing wrong with me. You understand it? Right. Right. ثم إن حلف بطل حقها. So nevertheless, when this happens now, in other words, she's a saiba now, right? And he's saying, I made wati, and she's saying, you didn't make wati, right? Then all he has to do now is to take it out. Then if he takes it out, her right is batil. وَإِن نَكَلَ يُؤَجَّلُ سَنَةً. And if he refuses to take it out, he will be he will be postponed for a year. You understand? He'll be given a chance for a year to try and correct himself. And then after that, he'll be asked to take the oath again. And then if he doesn't take the oath, then they can separate between them. وَإِن كَانَتْ بِكْرًا. And if she's a bakira now in other words, they differ. They got married. Now husband say, I did wati, and she say, no, wati you didn't make. So if she was a virgin, نَظَرَ إِلَيْهِ النِّسَاءُ. The woman will look at her. فَإِن قُلْنَا هِيَ بِكْرٌ. If they say, no, she's still a bakira. أُجِّلَ سَنَةً. He will be postponed for a year. لِظُهُورِ كِذْبِهِ. Because now his lies has become apparent. Right? Right. وإن قلنا هي صيب يحلف الزوج. And if they say no, she's now a non-virgin now. In other words, right? So now the husband will be made to take her out. فإن حلف لا حق لها. If he takes it out, there's no right for her. وإن نكل يؤجل سنة. And if he refuses to take it out, he'll be postponed for a year. Okay, be postponed for a leave it till day. So that's the system they'll work to try and work out who's speaking lies and whether she's got the right of furqa or not.